A stay-at-home order issued for hotspot suburbs across Victoria.
There will only be 4 reasons that you are permitted to leave your house, and only if you really have to. For work or school, for care or caregiving, for daily exercise, for food and other essentials.
14 consecutive days of double-digit increases in Victoria's virus tally, the latest batch all locally acquired. The Premier announcing from midnight tomorrow those living in 10 postcodes will be required to return to Stage 3 stay-at-home restrictions.
This is what we must do now. If we do not do this now, then I won't be locking down 10 postcodes, I will be locking down all postcodes.
The testing blitz so far uncovering 230 cases in just 3 suburbs. The Premier revealing almost 1,000 people have refused to be tested. World Health Organization infectious disease experts say targeted lockdowns are the only way to contain the spread.
It's a bit like a quarantine hotel. It has to have somebody there to ensure that those that live in the area or want to come and visit family and friends understand it's a no-go zone.
The Premier acknowledged that businesses in these hotspot areas are again likely to be taking a hit, announcing $5,000 worth of dedicated support for those eligible. The Premier also moved to reassure parents that school is on track to return as planned July 13.
You know, this is a heartbreaking turn in the epidemic, but these are the right public health actions and we know that they can work.
800 additional support staff from the Prime Minister's office have been sent to bolster testing crews.
The action being taken in Victoria is appropriate. This action is in line with the national approach of test, trace and respond. The actions being taken by the Victorian Government will save lives.
You are encouraging people to come over to Ulmarra Park.
Thousands canvass hotspots in Melbourne's northwest as the state tries to uncover as many cases as possible.
Someone knocked at the door and they were telling, regardless of you're sick or not, you should get tested. So I was thinking, yeah, why not?
For our safety and our family and for our community. So it's a very good idea actually.
10 schools and 5 childcare centres have been locked down for cleaning in recent weeks, with students and staff testing positive. Local councils are calling for more in-language updates.
I've received calls of people who have been getting onto their satellite dish to get back home and watch the news in India to see coverage of updates of coronavirus in Australia.
New South Wales recording 5 new cases, all returned travellers. The Premier discouraging travellers from Victorian hotspots, but not moving to lock out the entire state.
That's what will keep us safe in New South Wales.
The Prime Minister throwing his support behind the suburb-wide lockdowns.
There are ways to mitigate the risks that are coming out of Victoria, and frankly, to resist all of Victoria makes little sense.
Police will patrol the hotspots subject of the lockdown orders, the Premier urging people to abide by the rules, saying the sooner we all do the right thing, the sooner we can beat this.
And our reporter Abby Dinham joins us now live from Brunswick West in Melbourne, one of the lockdown areas. Good evening, Abby. What's the reaction of residents there tonight?
Well, Janice, the people we've spoken to here in Brunswick West have generally been supportive of the move, but as they've only found out about it in the last couple of hours, there's a lot of uncertainty about how it's all going to work and how it's going to affect them and also how it's going to be policed.
It's scary for us because we were looking forward to the improvement of the economy, improvement of everybody getting back to their social lives, and to have us on lockdown again is a bit of a dip in our mood.
I think it's unfortunate that it needs to happen, but I think it's great that Dan Andrews and the Victorian Government have acted early.
So Brunswick West is just one of 36 suburbs that are the hotspots that will go into these lockdowns. Cafes and restaurants here will have to go back to only takeaway and delivery orders. Residents have only 4 reasons to leave their homes, and that includes going to work or school if they can't do it from home, exercise, caregiving and buying essential supplies. We're in the school holidays at the moment, and Daniel Andrews has said that anybody living in these hotspots who have holiday travel plans must cancel cancel those. He also announced that there will be an inquest into the management of hotel quarantine in Victoria. We've had several clusters at the Melbourne facilities, and during that time he's asked the Prime Minister to divert international flights with returned travellers on them away to other cities while that happens. So from midnight tomorrow night, police will begin patrolling the streets of these 36 suburbs to ensure that people are complying with the stay-at-home orders. Those who don't will be getting a fine, and that will continue for the next 4 weeks. Janice?
Thanks so much. That's Abby Dinham reporting from Brunswick West in Melbourne.